Good afternoon. Just hours ago, the Iranian regime launched an unprecedented assault on Israel, launching close to 200 ballistic missiles at our civilian population. An attack on this scale has not been seen since the Blitz of London. 10 million people were forced into bomb shelters. Imagine the entire population of New York City in 10 minutes have to seek shelter. Children, babies, elderly. That's what happened in Israel. The Islamic regime in Iran has now shown the world its true face. They are a terrorist state. For years, they have armed terrorists and rogue states. They are responsible for the death of innocent civilians across the globe, from Europe's war zones to terror attacks in the Middle East, from embassies in Latin America to assault on US personnel. Iran's blood-stained fingerprints are everywhere. Until now, they have hidden behind proxies, but the mask has dropped. They have exposed themselves directly, launching hundreds of missiles into civilian areas. Their evil is now laid bare for all to see. I have called for an emergency session of the Security Council to convene as soon as possible to discuss this unprecedented attack and to issue a clear, unequivocal condemnation of Iran. Let me be very clear. We will defend our people. We will act. Iran will soon feel the consequences of their actions. The response will be painful.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ambassador. Edith Lederer from the Associated Press. The Secretary General has called for a halt to these escalating attacks between Israel and Iran and its proxies, and there is widespread concern about this conflict spreading throughout the Middle East and drawing in the United States. Is this a concern of Israel, and how are you addressing these fears?
First of all, I will tell you frankly, Edith, that I'm very disappointed from the reaction of the Secretary General. Few hours after such a vicious attack, and the statement he put out, basically it ignores the aggressor and speaks about de-escalation. But we have a member state of the United Nations that just came to this building a few days ago, and they sent ballistic missiles to another sovereign state, and instead of condemning them, some people call for de-escalation. That's disappointing. We have no desire for war or escalation, but we cannot sit idly by when our civilians are being attacked in such manner. And as I said earlier, Iran used to send proxies, but now when they send almost 200 ballistic missiles, that's something that I don't think any other nation in the world will ignore.
Mr. Ambassador, just a quick follow-up. Iran has put out a statement saying that if Israel responds, they will respond even more seriously.
Well, I think I would not advise Iran to challenge our determination, our capabilities. In the past, we have proved it, and we will prove it again.
Ambassador Michelle Nichols from Reuters, could you give us any indication of how Israel might respond to this attack? Are Iran's nuclear facilities on the table in terms of a target?
So we will decide about when and how we will respond, but I can tell you one thing. It will be noticed. It will be painful. And I think that the people of Iran who are watching us understand that it's not against the Iranian people, it's against the radical regime that dragged the Iranian people into this situation.
Thank you. Gabriel Elizondo from Al Jazeera English. Ambassador, at the very podium that you're at now just a few days ago, Ayman Safadi, the foreign minister of Jordan, stood at the very podium there and he said, on behalf of 57 Arab and Muslim countries, they are willing to provide safety or help provide safety to Israel safety and security to Israel, your country, if for long-term peace, if Israel, should I go ahead?
Yeah.
If Israel ends their occupation and really pursues an independent state for the Palestinian people, they are willing to work with you towards peace. And he said from that podium, ask any Israeli official, what is their long-term plan for peace other than what you're doing in Lebanon and what's happening in Gaza? So I ask you, sir, what is Israel's long-term plan for peace?
I appreciate the sincerity of the Minister of Foreign Affairs, and we have a peace treaty with Jordan. But when you look at what's happening today in our neighborhood, attacks from Lebanon, attacks from Yemen, attacks from Iran, every Israeli asks himself today, who is my partner? And unfortunately, today the leadership of the Palestinian Authority are not capable of proving themselves as partner for peace. You know, they haven't condemned Hamas. President Abbas spoke in the General Assembly for half an hour, ignored the atrocities and Hamas completely. He never mentioned Hamas. So I think once there will be a genuine leader among the Palestinians who is serious and sincere about his intentions, he will find the Israelis sitting there willing to negotiate peace. Unfortunately, it is not the case today. Thank you very much.
Thanks for watching. Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, share, and hit subscribe to stay updated with our latest content. Until next time, stay informed and inspired. This is Dejobnik signing off.